Hello and welcome to the Fixit Shed. So you know what this is? It's a place to store your dead batteries. And what happens when you leave the batteries in here too long? They start to leak and make a mess of everything. And that's what's happened to this flashlight. And I also have a headlight that same thing has happened to. Yeah, the other day I walked past it, it was hanging on a hook and the light was on. And I thought that was odd. And I took a look at it and the batteries were all corroded, so apparently that made some kind of a connection that turned the light on. But anyway, I'm going to try and clean these up and see if we can get them working again. So the liquid that leaks out of the batteries is caustic, so you do want to have some eye protection, and some rubber gloves would be a good idea as well. So now if you were working on a leaking car battery, you would want to use baking soda or a baking soda solution to clean that up, because that would neutralize the acid from the battery. So leaking out of the alkaline batteries is potassium hydroxide, and you want to use an acid to neutralize that. So this is just distilled white vinegar, and that's what we're going to use to clean out the battery cases. Alright, so open this up. Alright. So yeah, you can see there's some green corrosion in here and there. Actually, most of these batteries have some. So first we're going to get these batteries out. Yeah, you can see inside of there. Yeah, that is all crusty and corroded. So first I have a little toothbrush. I think I'm going to try and just brush out some of it. I'm just going to do it very gently. I don't want to fling this stuff around. I am wearing safety glasses again, so I don't get any in my eyes. So the top looks pretty good. One spot has a little bit. Okay, so where this one spring is, you can see that one's a little bit green and fuzzy, so that one needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but most of the rest of it is down on this other part. So now I'm just going to use the distilled vinegar and some Q-tips, and let's try and clean that up. So this one has the spring. That's going to be a little bit more tricky to get to. Try and get in there and clean as much of that out as we can. Okay. Now let's see what we can do here. This is going to be tough getting that spring. Maybe I'm going to use the toothbrush here. Just dunk that in there a little bit. Brush that on there as good as I can. Alright, that actually cleaned up pretty nicely. Alright, so I've got some fresh batteries here. Let's see if this works. Hey, better. Alright, let's see if we can do the same for this one. Let's see. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you can see that one's a mess inside. Alright, let's get these batteries out. This is a shame. Alright. Yeah, again, I'm going to go in here with the brush first and try and brush out any of the loose stuff that I can. There's some screws in here. I wonder if that would give me any better access to cleaning here. Yeah, it looks like there's like a circuit board underneath here. I'm gonna try and take some of these screws out and see if I can do anything. These pieces look like maybe I can just pull them out. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that one's got a wire attached to it. This one should have had a wire attached to it as well. This one is now broken. Yeah, the corrosion went right through that wire. Well, let's see what we can do here, if anything. So there is a little circuit board back there. Let's see, let's get these screws out of the top. Is the black wire. Boom. Right, that was attached to this plate. There's also, looks like, residue on that circuit board, so that's probably why the light was on. So this thing is probably toast. Does this whole piece come out? Yeah, okay. So there's that. This isn't looking promising. Alright, so got this flashlight working again. Unfortunately, my headlight, I believe that there's just too much damage. So with the corrosion that happened on the circuit board, I'm not real optimistic that it would ever work again anyway, so I'm not going to expend any more effort. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Take care.